Hi, everybody, and welcome to day 13 of Raising My Vibration in 2018. So, I wanted to bring some awareness today about, we've talked about this all through the month so far, about how everything carries a frequency and everything has a vibration. And I wanted to bring some awareness, and this is something, I've been working in energy medicine for more than 10 years now. And it was just recently that I came across some information about the 528 hertz frequency. So I don't know if you guys have heard anything about this before. If you go on YouTube, there's all kinds of 528 hertz frequency meditations and music, healing your DNA, the DNA repairs, and there's lots. And I think that I've probably seen them over the stuff that I've been looking at. But I actually, somebody sent me a link to a really interesting article about the whole 528 hertz frequency and how this is actually a healing frequency that has always been there, but it's actually being changed. And so this is, without getting into, I'm not a conspiracy theorist and tend not to, follow the doomsday predictors that whole line of thinking follows. But I'm a big believer in that, mainstream media. So this is, our local news channels, our local newspapers, CNN, all of the main news sources. They really have an agenda as far as what they're putting out to the population and what they want us to hear and see and feel. And for most of it, if you think about it, most of the time they're trying to put us in a state of fear and in a state of worry. Even the Weather Channel does this. Do you guys notice this? That the Weather Channel will be constantly replaying over and over and over again all of these crazy weather systems that are coming through. And the reporter that's talking about it has got the, you can hear the worry in their voice, and how they're saying, this, it's devastation, and all of the and it's kind of funny because like right now there's a lot of weird weather things that are happening across the planet, and they make it sound like this is the first time it's ever happened. They make it sound like it's the first time that there's ever been snow in places where there's not typically snow. And it's just not true. This happens all the time. This is part of what our planet does vibrationally, is it shifts and it changes. And, we have weather systems that are, that change, and, we have snow where we're not supposed to have snow. But part of what happens is, and to go back to the whole frequency, is that there's being a little bit of a programming that's happening, and it happens actually like through our subconscious mind. They're programming us through the subconscious of what we should be listening to, what we should be thinking, and what we should be watching. And so this frequency, the 528 hertz frequency, was... it's interesting, and I'm going to put the link on here so that you can follow the article and do a meditation to it. But it kind of, and I'll give you like the Reader's Digest version of it. So back in the beginning of time when music first started, they actually were on the 528 hertz frequency. So it had a healing frequency, a healing vibration, and a lot of the music that was produced then, or that was made, had the purpose of, raising your vibration, raising your consciousness, and healing your body. And then things changed along the way. So somewhere around the 50s or the 60s, the actual chords and the actual notes that musicians started using as like on their scale of what they were doing actually changed. And when it changed into a lower frequency. So, and none of us would even know that. I don't think even, most of the musicians, if you talk to them, that they're aware of that. But that frequency changed. And so because we are pure energy and everything is energy, when we are around frequency, so including music, the frequency of music, it absolutely has an effect on our DNA, on our cells, on our whole energetic makeup. And so we, without even knowing it, are exposing ourselves to these lower frequencies, and it has a huge effect on, you've heard lots about the pineal gland and your third eye opening and awakening. And so this has a huge effect on us vibrationally. And so I want your focus for today to be the awareness of what kind of frequencies you're bringing into your experience. So for me, I know I don't watch the news anymore. I don't listen to the radio. Anything that's kind of pre-programmed and talking to us about the doomsday stuff, I try to avoid. And watching the Weather Network, you have to think of that as pure entertainment. But I want you guys really to become aware of the frequencies that you're bringing into your awareness. Like, even so much to the point of, when we watch organized sports, when we watch sports on TV, I want you to kind of tune into the energy that's around, the vibration that's around that, because you'll feel the vibration around organized sports or professional sports is very low vibration. It's very, it's very aggressive. There's a lot of fear in it. So pay attention to that, because I want us to be aware of what kind of vibrations on the outside that we're bringing inside. And so what kind of music are you listening to? What kind of vibration does the radio that you're listening to, what kind of a vibration does it have? And then I want you just to explore a little bit about the 528 hertz vibration, and just, you can Google it and look it up and find some information about that. We know, I don't know if you guys have heard about Dr. Emoto, but Dr. Emoto did, he was a scientist, and he did some experiments on how the vibrations affects water. And so if our bodies are more than 70% water, this is a perfect, his experiments that he did actually is a great example of how frequencies affect us as well. But what he did was he did some testing on water. And so he did several different experiments, but one was where he had a group of monks that prayed over a body of water. And as he did that, the water formed these beautiful patterns, and it became crystal clear, and it was beautiful. And he did the same thing over a body of water, and he had people cry over it and be angry over it and send all of these negative vibrations to it. And the water actually, became black and murky and yucky, and had a direct reflection of the vibration that the people were sending out. So I really want you guys to be mindful of the frequencies that you are allowing within your frequency. So being mindful of the music that we're listening to, being mindful of the media that we are watching, being mindful of the, even the books that we are reading. And I want you guys to check out the whole 528 hertz frequency, the story. It's really an interesting story that goes through and talks about how the scale actually changed, and through the music with musicians, that it actually changed in the whole history of it. So take a look at that. And I'm going to I want us to do a meditation today, because it's been a few days since we've done some meditating. And I hope you guys are meditating on your own, whether I post something or not. But I want you to do a 528 hertz meditation. I'm going to put a link on here for one that I've done. And I want you just to give me your comments on how you felt after, and if you felt shifting and changing happening, and what your experience was with it. Okay. So that's your focus for today, raising our vibration through different frequencies that we come in contact with. Okay, everybody, closing your eyes, just checking into our own frequencies and seeing what's happening. Slow breath through your nose. Releasing through your out breath, through your mouth. Breathing in light and love and healing. and exhaling doubt and fear and any low vibrations. And keeping your eyes closed, I'm calling in my team of guides and angels now to connect collectively with the group. We are tuning in and tapping into your energy. And we are going to ask that when we do the meditation today, when we do the guided 528 Hertz meditation, we are going to ask that all of our guides and our angels come and join us in the meditation and work on the repair of our cells and our DNA and bring healing to our physical bodies through these frequencies. Awesome. They're so excited to do that with us. Okay, so you guys have an amazing day. Let me know how this meditation changes you and shifts for you. I'm so excited to find out how everybody experiences things differently. Have an amazing day, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care.